I will be discussing the 5 activities that I did for the Civic Engagement Project, those being visiting a local park, visiting a farmer's market, eating dinner with someone I live with, watching the local news, and talking to a complete stranger. I will begin with visiting a local park. I went to Madison Park in Phoenix for the very first time, and while I was there I found a forest there that I'd like to go back and ollie sometimes. And I also found some cool trees I'd like to go back and take pictures of. This impacted me by giving me another place to skateboard and also spend my time when I don't want to be inside. After the park, I went to a farmer's market in Old Town. I've been to many farmer's markets before, but never one in my own town. It was really cool to see all the local produce and products that people make. It opened my eyes to a large community behind fresh and local produce in Scottsdale. This gave me a much better sense of community in my town and showed me what local businesses there are. My third activity was eating dinner with someone I live with. So my dad made dinner for my entire family and we all ate together. A lot of times we will eat dinner in our own rooms and not spend time together. So this was pretty nice to catch up and share some new information that they didn't know about. This impacted me more emotionally because I don't spend a whole lot of time with my family since we're all busy most of the time. So it was nice to sit together and catch up. My fourth activity was watching the news with someone else. So I sat down with my dad and watched the morning news with him. I don't watch the local news that much, and so it was pretty interesting to see what type of information they report on. And it was also fun to sit there with my dad and talk to him about the news. This was nice because it gave my dad and I some time to spend together and talk about the news, which I already liked doing with him. Lastly, I spoke to a complete stranger. When I was at the Phoenix AM skate competition, I spoke with a young man from Portland in line behind me. We spoke about how it was both our very first times going to a skate competition, and I was also carrying my camera with me, so he seemed pretty interested in that and asked me some questions about photography. This showed me just how open and friendly strangers can actually be, and I usually keep to myself when I go out in public, so it was nice to just speak to someone that I don't already know. These 5 activities impacted me very much on an emotional level because it got me to go out and experience new things that I wouldn't have experienced otherwise. And it allowed me to explore new things, and it helped me feel more confident out in the world by myself.